Things might get weird.
Yeah.
Welcome to our life.
You're a bad influence on me.
You start. I'll look up.
Welcome to another episode. Don't interrupt me. This is our introduction. To another episode. Seriously.
I didn't know you were pushing
Gosh dang it. Take 1 week off and this turns into a disaster.
I'm so sorry.
We need a new producer.
Okay. You're hired.
Wait a minute. Welcome, guys. This is our intro. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for listening. Rate, review, follow, like, share, subscribe.
That was good.
Is there anything else?
I can't remember.
I had the thought this morning that I should delete my social media. Like, give it a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think my dopamine's gone in my brain. I mean, I have watched my share of reels lately. I deleted TikTok,
and
as
then
you know.
Just go
And now it's just
to
reels.
Instagram reels.
Yeah.
It's just different form.
And they're not as good as TikTok. I feel like TikTok is more on top of stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Chinese do it right, dude. Say what you want about communism, but it seems like it's working out
They
pretty
got
well.
it figured out.
Yeah. JK, guys.
LOL.
Put your American flags up. America.
That's right.
What else? Do you have that link pulled up?
Yeah. Well, it's working on it. When you so rudely interrupted me by starting the podcast. Rude. Okay, so Hayden this week sent me a double whammy story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Share it.
So we've got our crazy Florida story / good news story.
All in Florida.
What?
Happy day.
Happy day. Okay, so you want me to share it or you want to share it?
Dia. Every time you say queso, I want to say dia. Quesadilla.
You also, was it you? Maybe it was Chrissy who would always say cheese in Spanish after I would say queso.
She would?
Every time.
So
Yeah.
this has been an
So it
ongoing
wasn't
problem
you.
then.
Yeah, I do it a lot. You're welcome.
It's cute.
Thanks.
Spanish is hot.
That's about all I know in Spanish.
Maybe that's why it's so hot. Your limited
get
Spanish
you.
talk
It's so
revs my
sexy.
engine. All right, go
Okay.
ahead. I'll let you share.
So, well, I'll just read the highlighted or the titles. Gives you a good summary. Found in Florida. So one of the owners of a hotel, Judy, was walking on the beach this morning cleaning up junk that washed into the shore, and she finds a bottle with a message in it. Okay.
Oh boy.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. What do you think it says? I wish we could poll. I wish we
Continue.
could poll right
Don't
now.
leave us on a cliffhanger.
Okay, so she went and wait. I don't know how to read it, people. Okay, did I do this right? Did you
click
find
the
it
link
open?
and then you read it.
Okay,
What'd you do?
because the story's in the read full article. Okay, sorry,
All right.
sorry. I thought I had it up.
I thought you had it up.
Oh, things
I
happened.
kind of put pressure on you because I didn't
That was
have
bad.
it up.
That was bad. I actually wasn't supposed to read that full article. Ooh, guys, you know when you click things and then it sends you
Where'd you go?
bad places.
Did you see pornography?
No, I didn't.
Oh, all right. Well,
Luckily, it wasn't that. It was
Okay.
just like, oh crap, don't give me a bug. Don't virus. Delete. Anyway, okay, so she was walking along the beach. I'm just going to
she's a hotel
summarize it.
owner, walking
She-
on the beach, finds a
cleaning it up,
bottle,
she finds
has
a
a message
bottle.
in it with a couple dollar bills.
Yeah, and she opens it up. And says that it is
There's
the
an-
ashes
Yep.
of, let's call him Fred.
Okay.
Ashes of Fred. Fred died.
Gordon. His name's Gordon.
Okay,
They
you
give his
found
name.
it. Gordon.
Gordon's travels. They
Okay.
found his ashes.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think I found it too. So, so she opens it, reads the note. This is Gordon's ashes. It's his wife that wrote the note. They were married for 70 years. And she said that he loved to travel, so she sent him traveling in a bottle with a note and money for someone to call home and tell her where he landed. Okay?
Yep.
So he started in Big Pine Key in March of 2012.
Yeah.
2012.
That's wild.
And then
11 years later,
let's see.
his wife's
And
in
then
Tennessee.
went to where? Isla Morada.
Yep. Ooh, that was really,
Listen, I speak Spanish. Queso.
really enunciated that. Pronounced it. What do I say?
And then anyway, so then it keeps going. So people call her, say where they found him, and then they send him back out.
Yep.
So they even had at this one, they had like this whole ceremony before sending him back out. I think she upgraded his bottle too, from what I remember.
She threw a little rum in the bottle with his ashes and another $1 in case Gordon travels far and a long distance call is needed.
No, she put him in a rum bottle. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, put him in a rum bottle.
So she upgraded this because the first one, it literally was like a plastic water bottle.
Should we restart this?
Hurry, fast.
Rewind.
No,
Gordon's
I think
Gordon's
it's fun.
dead, but he
Anyway.
was married for 70 years. But he's also traveling
Yeah.
more than any of us.
Seriously, though. What has Gordon come across? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's probably seen some crap. Just saying.
I mean, he sounds like he lived quite a while, so
No, I'm saying like in his bottle.
yeah. Shark.
Lots.
So many sharks.
Like
I saw.
that he hasn't been ingested yet, even.
Maybe he has been. He's in a bottle.
Maybe.
I saw something that I think the lady was like 64 years old that she swam from, I think they did that Cuba, Florida swim.
Yeah.
It's like 110 miles.
Okay.
No shark cage or anything, just free swam it.
Nope.
That's hardcore.
Not doing it.
Anyway, go Florida.
It was like crazy. Like what? You found ashes of this traveling man from 2012.
Yeah.
But also like kind of cool.
Yep.
No, they kept it going.
Indeed.
But here's the question that I'm like, I have so many questions.
I don't have answers. I wasn't there.
Is the rum bottle better than? I mean, obviously the water bottles lasted for a hot minute.
Yeah, it's
But
plastic.
like glass, what if it breaks and
Rum bottle is probably pretty thick.
bye Gordon? He's going through the ocean. It's probably rocky terrain.
On water?
There's boats. There's animals. There's rocks. There's coral. What? What
It
if
floats.
he right into him?
I think he's safer in the
All right,
rum
fine.
bottle.
Whatever you say.
As a connoisseur of rum, I think he
Celeste.
is safer.
Okay.
I would
Let
rather
us
be in
know.
a rum bottle than a plastic Kirkland Costco water bottle or something.
Totally what it looked like. Huh? Totally did.
Totally.
Totally.
Am I one?
Yeah.
I'm going to turn me down a hair. Seems.
I'm number 2. You can turn down 3.
Whoop.
Anyway, well, update us, babe. What's new in life?
I have a hernia. I'm going in for hernia surgery in
Sure
a couple
are.
weeks. It'll be my second hernia surgery. It's going to be handled robotically by control of a doctor. And, I'm still working out, even though this week's been hard because we both got a little bit sick this week. It's been going around. We've had kids missing football practice. It's definitely, kids are back in school and the viruses are running.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it wasn't too bad. Today I felt better than I have.
Good.
It didn't get worse for the first day in like 3 or 4 days, so
Good.
yeah. So I went to the gym and I don't normally walk. I only count the miles that I actually run. Mm-hmm. But I just got on the treadmill and walked for like 20 minutes, and walks are nice.
I love walking.
It's so easy. And it just feels
But
good.
it's peaceful. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it's like I'm moving my body. It just feels good.
It just feels good. Just feels good.
I took Jack, so I had to drop Gwen off. Normally, Jack doesn't have school on Friday, but he needed to go make up a test or something. So, but Gwen's at 9 o'clock and he's at 10 o'clock. And anyway, so I'm trying to figure out, this is normally my time where I need to, like, I get my exercise in and I do my whatever errands, right?
Yeah.
While she's at school. Well, since he was home and needed to be dropped off within an hour span, I decided, I'm like, hey, homie, we're going to park at the park that's down the road from your school. And you're going to walk with me to the school. So we walked a mile to his school. And then he went and took his test and did everything. And he said he killed it. He got like 93%.
Awesome.
So anyway, and then I walked back and went and did some weight stuff, whatever, because I still had time.
Lifting weights.
Frigging pump that iron.
Yeah. Good job.
Anyway,
good job to Jack.
But it was like, but I thought, okay, this is a win-win for everybody, because otherwise he probably would just be sleeping in and then a slow go morning.
Yep.
Oh, we got up, got rocking and rolling. It was good.
Yeah, good job. Thanks for doing all that. I'm glad you're good at math.
Oh my gosh.
I have a calculator.
I was sick.
I learned that if with a calculator and online I can Google stuff, I'm really good at it.
It's so good. It's so easy.
And I even found one that takes you step by step and explains everything.
Yeah. At that Khan Academy.
I had to wake Jess up in her sick slumber.
Oh yeah, I went to bed at like 9.
Just said, he's trying to finish this test that has to be done tonight. We had to talk about scheduling. We had to talk about doing things in advance. He had the whole weekend he could have taken that test and chose the last night. So we're not going to do that anymore. He went to school on Friday when he wasn't supposed to be there and made it up. And what was cool, I hope it's just a confidence builder for him. Because we all know Jack is smart.
Yes.
And he was telling me, he's like, I just suck at math. I'm like, first of all, don't tell yourself that, because I did that forever. And
it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't help. It doesn't
love. I've never loved math like your mom has. But
I mean, I wouldn't say
you're pretty.
It was just an easier subject for me than some.
Yeah. And anyway, it was clear he did most of the test himself. And I go, have you cheated? And he goes, no, cheating's for losers. I said, good job. That's right, dude. So he's a great kid.
Yeah.
And he just put the work in, and I think
he picked up on it. Like once we solidified a couple things, and I told him a couple of rules that maybe like didn't get put in there. You know what I mean? Like when he was first learning, if you got distracted during that part or whatever it is. But we just went over a couple more things, and the first question, Hayden, you were right, but I was still trying to wake up.
At first I wasn't until I Googled it. Then I was right. I'll be clear. I'll admit my faults.
Like, I have to get this one right, Mom. Otherwise I have to start over. And I'm like, I've been asleep for an hour and a half and I'm sick. So let's give it our best try. Hayden's like, the answer is this. I'm like, oh, actually, I got this. And then
you trusted yourself over me, which is typical. And when it comes to math especially, you did the right thing.
Well, I was just like, but I was wrong. I was so wrong.
It's so funny.
But it's because it was like the little thing, like where I didn't put down. Anyway, I forgot to put in a negative or something somewhere in the process.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give myself grace because I literally had just woken up.
And you got it done, and he passed it, and he went and retook the test and did well, and here we are. Maddie went on her first homecoming dance. Yeah. This was a point of tension in our marriage.
It was just a conversation we had to have. It wasn't a point of contention.
I took a few deep breaths, and I didn't yell.
He was upset because I was letting her go because she's not 16 yet. Oh. What? Sorry.
I don't know if this podcast is healthy to rehash things we've already figured out.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Here's the deal.
He thought that because
I had some processing to do.
Tricking you?
Excuse me.
Is that what you were thinking? Or why were you?
I know you didn't trick me on purpose. It's just I was told one story about Maddie's going to go to the dance with her cousin, and she's going to go with this boy, and they're going to be together. They're almost 16. Do you mind if they go? So I'm thinking, and I'm trying to give grace to these boys. But holy cow.
They're teenagers, and they're just learning.
Yeah. There's so many thoughts there that I have. First dance, we're going to let it slide. They're young.
Yeah.
She gets asked by another boy, not in the same group as her cousin. And the sales pitch I was given was, she's going to be with Tess. She's going to go have fun.
It'll be so fun.
It'll be so great for them. They're going to hang out. They're just little groups and blah, blah, blah. The kid that was going to ask her didn't. Another boy asked her, not 16, can't even freaking drive. So the parents drove him everywhere last night. You even did a route as a mom of a daughter that got asked to the dance.
It worked out.
And honestly,
I just
it kind of made me feel more
They're
comfortable that I knew you were there involved in
Yeah.
it, and you could take them, and it's just this like little kids at a dance is kind of how I've had a play date. 15-year-olds had a play date.
They did.
Almost
It was
16-year-olds
so
had a
cute.
play date.
They were
It was
cute.
cute. She's so
It
beautiful,
just-
and it was cute.
It just wasn't like, yeah, it wasn't what we talked about at first. And I understand that that's frustrating because it looked like a bait and switch, but it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
So, but they did get to, her and her cousin did get, like, so this is like her bestie cousin, right? And they got to get ready together, and she goes to a different school. So that's why I was like, they're never going to be able to go to the same dance together. I mean, I shouldn't say they aren't, but the likelihood that they will be going to another dance together.
I feel like that's the biggest crock of shit ever.
Why?
I feel like that's part of your sales pitch to me is like, this may never happen again. Maddie is a sophomore. They're both sophomores.
I know, but they're in
they
totally
have 3
different
years.
schools.
Right now they have 3 full years of school. I get it, but the school's down the road. The chances of them going to a dance together again, in my opinion, is high.
Oh.
The likelihood is high.
I
would think.
I didn't see it that way, though, but...
That's how I see it.
Yeah, I just thought of I'm like, I would have loved to go to a dance with Chrissy, right? Growing up, I think that would have been so fun.
I thought you did.
No. With Christy?
Yeah. Didn't you guys do
Steph.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if I went. I mean, like, she was there. I don't think we ever were in the same group.
Didn't you guys do like a
though.
post-high school prom?
Yeah, I did.
Was that with Christy?
In college, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Freaking children.
We are.
I took you to 2 proms, okay?
Because I'm a Toys R Us kid.
And I knew this day would come where I had to start to process my daughter growing up.
Yeah, I think that's really like the deep-rooted. You think?
I mean, there's some of that for sure.
Yeah, okay.
And I feel like I was able to process a lot of it. It's never gonna like be easy, I don't think.
Yeah.
Teenage boys make me violent inside.
Because you know.
And I want to hurt all of them. That look at my daughter. But I just told her, she's good. Maddie can handle herself. I told her we trust her, and as long as we don't have any reason to doubt the trust, then she has a lot more freedom. So
that's it.
She's a good kid, and she's smart, and she's got just enough sass that I think she can hold her own. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I don't worry about that. I mean, yeah.
We had a funny conversation where I compared teenage boys to. She's like, Dad, we have talked about this before.
We have the conversation so many times about. Yeah,
it was kind of the sex talk, but of just trying to tell her what goes on in teenage boys' heads.
What did you compare it to? I can't remember.
I compared it to how stupid deer get during the rut.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
and
don't
elk.
think.
I said during any time of the year, it's really hard to get elk and deer to get close to you, or elk especially. You call for them.
So this is
during the rut. Elk will run right to the
puberty.
Elk will run right to the guy calling him with a gun. Okay, they're not thinking straight. Teenage boys are in the rut 24/7 from the time they hit puberty till probably mid to late 20s. I would say
50, 60.
At least 38. At least 38 years old. And I'm just trying to be real here. You know what I'm saying? She's like, Dad, she's like, I am so uncomfortable. I'm so Dad, you told me this already. I'm like, I haven't compared the elk yet. I told you about the deer. Now we're going to elk.
Analogy.
Yes, I'm adding to it. And anyway, she's awesome. I thought it was kind of funny, but I also don't want to I just told her, you need to be, my hope for her is she just finds somebody that's really nice and very driven. Combine those somehow.
Well, in respect.
Nice and driven.
Has respect.
But also has a masculine side and isn't a total pussy either.
Well, yeah, but you could be respectful and nice and not.
Yeah. Let him be a man still.
Yeah.
Don't steal his masculinity.
Honestly,
kind of what we talked about with, oh my gosh, Malia last time.
Yeah.
Let be the woman, man be the man.
Yeah. Well, it was nice, even last night. So, I mean, last night I took them to go do pictures, and they were at this park. They were just going to hang out at the park until it was time to go. I was going to pick him up and take him down to dinner.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? She had like a purse that had some different shoes in it or whatever, some flats instead of heels. And anyway, I'm like, do you want those? And she's like, well, yeah, I'll just take the purse. And the boy's like, well, I'll just carry it. Just let me, like her date. He's like, I'll carry your purse. Let me carry it. Or when she was like walking, because sis wore my highest heels.
Yeah,
like
she was
there's
almost
a platform,
taller than me,
and then there was like,
things.
which made her legs look so long too. So
Dress
anyway,
was a little short, but we'll talk about that again later. She had Spanx on.
She
did.
did.
Where?
She had shorts on. You weren't going to see her underwear. Anyway, so
let's just go. Give a little bit longer in the dress.
I know.
I know. Do you know?
Yeah.
Our marriage, you have, no, stop for a second.
She has a booty. She has my booty. So it's one of those things where.
Stop it. Stop. You have surprised me in our marriage a couple of times. I thought you were the conservative one.
I am. But I also understand and have seen the trauma that comes from being too harsh in things that don't matter.
In your own life?
In lots of other people's lives.
Okay. There's things that matter.
I know.
Her ass hanging out of the bottom of a skirt matters at a high school dance, especially.
But that's why I said you have to wear Spanx.
I have one goal in life for my children. Do not become a stripper. Stay off the stripper pole. Do not let men put money in your underwear.
Okay. You went a little farther.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Anyway.
The skirt was too short.
Okay.
She looked beautiful in her dress, though.
She did. Anyway.
Just a little bit longer.
Okay.
All right. Just make sure I get my message across here.
Oh my goodness. She looked really pretty and he was very nice. Oh, and she was like walking in the hills and he's like, do you want me to carry? She had like a drink. I can carry that while we walk over. He was nice. He was sweet.
Those heels made her a full head taller than him.
No, she wasn't that tall. She was probably his height. But you know what's funny is that he had these sweet.
I saw the pictures.
She was not that much taller than him.
All right, continue.
She had my heels on and then because he found out what color her dress was, whatever, he got a tie and his dad had Nikes that matched the color too. So he wore his dad's kicks and she wore mine. And I was like, meh. I thought that was kind of cute. Anyway.
That is cute.
But yeah, it was good. But it made us have the conversation of like, it made me aware too. It's like, don't let them grow up too fast. It's like it's this day and age, children, like you look at, they're not going through like ruts. Remember being a teenager and you're like rough, like we were looking a little rough, right?
Yeah.
Like I have a picture I can post. I found a shirt for Maddie that I was like, I had a shirt just like this and she loved it. So we ended up buying it for her. And I found my picture of me wearing that shirt.
I think kids go through an ugly phase, and it's usually
not
before
here.
now.
Not anymore.
No. She'll look back and find her phase.
Okay, well, mine ours just lasted longer. Maybe.
Junior high was rough for me.
Because
braces, teeth pulled.
Like, with social media, it's like the focus of your glow up, because they talk about glow ups, right? Like it's got to happen sooner, apparently.
Okay.
Like they start worrying about it more. Like I legit was wearing pajamas to school till high school. So that happened. But I don't know. Anyway, I think there's just a little bit more pressure. So it is one of those things where I'm just like, okay, like the world is having them grow up faster as it is. And when you were talking about like, she's a little girl, she's going to still have all this time to grow up and do all these things and live life. And I did, however, last year she wanted to go to homecoming. She's like, if I get asked, can I go? Because at her last school, 9th grade was in high school. So technically she was like in high school, could go to the dance. But I just told her, I said, I don't think we're ready for that yet. I'm like, it's one thing where she's like 2 months away from 16. I'm like, it's not a maturity thing at this point, you know?
Right.
But I'm like, we don't need to start opening up. Like, I don't know. 15 was
Maddie's
still
super
a little,
mature for her
she
age.
is.
Yeah, she really is.
But I think I do see a difference between last year's maturity and this year's maturity too, though, right? And
For sure.
So I'm like, I do think that was good
Yes.
for me to have her wait that year. She just went with her friends, and that was still so fun. Like, we still let her go.
Yeah.
But
I think you've always been really good at making sure they don't grow up too fast. That's been with my movies that I want to watch.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, okay, then let's not watch these movies.
Maddie and I have, confession, we've watched all of the Saws together. Those are intense. We enjoyed them together.
I won't even watch them.
We're gonna go see the 10th one. It's not as if you haven't seen Saw, it's different than what you think. It's almost kind of
like
Dexter.
Psychological type.
It's almost like a Dexter-y. If you've seen Dexter, it's more kind of along those lines, ish. But it's not satanic, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And killing, and it's brutal. But anyway, so you've always been good that way. I think sometimes you think, and in some ways you're right, time is just going to slip away and she's going to be through high school. But she also has, again, 3 more years of high school.
Yeah.
And for her, it's going to feel probably like a long time till it's over.
Yeah.
And that's the only life. I think she's smarter this way than me. I remember kind of my senior year figuring out, going, oh, this is just going to end and life kind of starts. I have to figure out what I really want to go do after this. Do I go to school? Do I go on a mission? Do I do both? At what point? And then, at what point do you get married? And how does this all, like, life really starts. And you're going to lose contact with 90% of the people that you had it with. And so anyway, I just think sometimes I have to remind us that, hey, it's okay. Like, if this is a dance we miss, that's okay. If this is a party we miss, that's okay too.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel that she goes to a lot of stuff, and I wouldn't mind pulling the reins back a little at times, but soon she's going to be driving, and again, as long as she can kind of keep it in the keep her stuff together, keep
like
her
when she
grades
turns
good,
16 too, if she's gonna start driving, she's gonna need to start paying for things and, gas or whatever, at least bare minimum, right? So so there will be more responsibility with that too. So I don't know. I'm with you. I think that there's time for a balance, but I also want her to be able to, like, feel like she was able to live her teen years too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be free a little bit and have some of those, like,
free.
Have some of those, like, experiences that come with getting older, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
High school.
It's hard.
High school needs to be not the best part of her whole life. She needs to enjoy it as much as possible. It needs to be the best part of her life until now, and then she needs to go make something better.
But
after.
I think that she kind of is that child, though.
Yeah.
Like,
I worry that she's so mature she's going to get tied down early, like you did.
Oh, freaking
Screw that.
Sucker.
But at least you went to college for a couple years and did your thing,
Yeah.
I think that's good. I mean, we definitely got married young, but.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy because I thought we were so old. And then you look back and you're like, oh. Just
Oops. Oops.
Who was that guy? I can't remember.
Crystalia.
Oh. His podcast
Oops.
interrupted.
Yeah, when he gets interrupted.
Oh my gosh. It kind of, like, drives me nuts, though, when it happens too much. But it probably drives him nuts when people are, I don't know. Anyway, keep going. Yeah.
I'm done. I feel like I did process a lot of stuff. It was just kind of.
I think it was good.
Talking helped. And I just kind of took time to go, okay, well, here we are. I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to happen. I just, I thought at least I had till 16.
Which was
a couple months. Yes. But I'm just like, oh shit, I have to process all this stuff now. What do I do? For real, I'm just.
No, I know.
I am that dad, I guess. So I know some people are way cooler with it, but I feel like I have processed most of it. As long as everything stays cool, like.
Yeah.
Stay off hard drugs and don't get pregnant, please.
Get
through high school. I don't want to have to. I told her, anyway. I'm not raising any more damn kids. That's for damn sure.
You said that before
I just want it very clear. Just want it very clear. Oh, we're just going to go sit out on the street? No. But your life is going to be hard.
Yeah. Like you are not going to just be handed everything. You have to figure it out.
Yeah, baby.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Listen, we've got to figure it out. Sometimes we get kicked down. We got to figure it out. That's the other thing is I feel like my kids will complain about certain things. But I come back to, well, I'm just saying like particular things. Okay. And we have to come back to, I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not actually sorry. My job is to teach myself out of a job. Like my job is to teach you how to be an adult and how to like be a member of society. Right. So when you have a chore that you have to do that night, I'm teaching you to be a part of the family and do your part. But not only that, but like how to actually properly do the dishes or properly clean the floor or, you know what I mean? Or like pick up after yourself at the day's end and stuff like that. So
that was part of my lecture to Jack on the way to school the other day when he was up late doing math. I just said, hey, isn't it fun? Just the older you get, the more responsibilities you have, and you got to be accountable. And this is life. Yeah. Unless you're part of the American government, you are accountable for your actions. Okay. And I said, I get to be
political here.
I just had to throw that in there. Sorry.
Just slide that guy right in.
And I just said, and unfortunately, dude, I am the one that gets to teach you this. Yeah. So hang on tight. You know?
Yeah. Well, and I've had that conversation with him a lot. Like, and I'm sure I've said it on here too, where I'm just like, I'm probably not gonna do it right all the time. And in fact, I've been called out on not doing it right and causing some I don't know, some hiccups or like things didn't get taken the way that I meant them. Even like praise. I've been called out and being like, yeah, that actually was a little damaging. And I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry about that.
When you praise somebody?
Yeah. So because then the pressure to
is this praising
be perfect?
Maddie? I could see Maddie feeling this way.
Yeah, like the pressure to be perfect, right?
Yeah, we don't expect that.
But and that's why
I mean, we do, but we don't.
but then you're like, okay, I see how that could be a problem. Anyway, so to me, I'm like, even though I was doing something that I thought was like great, like these kids doesn't everybody want some praise, right? But at some point, it can also like be a hindrance too. Yeah. And so, my mantra to them, or I tell them all the time, is that I am trying my best. Just like know that I'm really honestly trying my best to tell you the things that I feel like you could use at the time, or like advice, or like giving you praise at certain things. Like I'm really trying the best that I know how to parent you. Yeah. And I'm gonna mess it up. No matter what I do. Yeah, it's going to mess it up because you're another person and you're going to take it the way that you take it. And that's just how it's going to go. But at least like, you know that you and I both know, like I'm trying. And if it's not working, please talk to me, you know? Yeah. And we can try and have that open dialogue of like, okay, so what can we do to make that better?
I do feel like we're good at that. And they're good at
communicating back. Yeah. Yeah.
We got good communicators in the house.
We try.
I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, and there's still
better
some like
a lot of experiences I may have had in my life. I really do. I feel like we're pretty open book with them, and I even told her, I'm like, you don't have to tell me everything, but I feel like she tells you everything anyway. And I go, and I know the relationship you girls have. I just have somebody that you can go to. She knows you have her best interest at heart. Yeah. And if I say anything, I'm usually attacked. And I had to let her know that too. Excuse me, as I was just like, I don't think you and your mom realize it, but you can gang up on me pretty good and give me a pretty good lashing for
I'm sorry.
Ever speaking up. Like I was teasing her the other day and you were like pinching me. I pretend slap Maddie and I touched her face. No. I literally touched her face and Jess was pinching and hitting me. And I go, I touched her face. And Maddie's like, and she's like trying to hit me and she slapped me.
You said, I dare you.
I dare you. I said, try to get me. I was trying to tie her arms down. We were playing. Yeah. And Jess came out like freaking Wolverine and
I don't like that kind of play. It makes me uncomfortable. So I was trying to not.
We were just having fun.
I know.
Slap your daughters. That's the bottom line. No. Oh, sorry. Don't slap your daughters. That's what I'm saying.
No, you didn't slap her. Like, slapping is... Yeah. You didn't
We're
slap
canceled.
her.
We're canceled.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Anyway.
although... Or sorry, are we done
I would have
here?
freaked out if you like actually slapped her.
You gotta slap your woman once in a while.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I was just
You're a
kidding.
mess.
Fine.
Oh.
Did you, the Ruby 8
Oh
people,
yeah.
since that all came out, we're like, hey, we could just tie you down and not feed you. You want us to do that?
When you're like, your life is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
Compared to super abusive households. Honestly, look at these guys.
like this is good.
Brutal. Can you imagine? Yeah, that sounds like that's quite the mess.
I honestly
hard with
didn't even
people?
know who she was until
What's hard with
it
people
all
like
came
that
out.
is even though they go to prison, it's almost like the Lori Daybell lady.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that they can ever be convinced that they did anything wrong.
Well,
Do you know what I mean? She has a therapist, that Jody Hildebrandt lady,
Yeah, I didn't know who
who's
she was
been
either.
validating all of her crap. And I haven't listened to all of it yet, but I guess there's this famous YouTube Mormon lady that has 6 kids, and they have a 8 Passengers YouTube channel, or they did. And they're kind of wacky. And I feel like any religion or any, I don't know, any...
Society, like or
What's the
social
word? Social
group.
Yeah. Has their extremists, right? Like
Yeah.
You have your extreme left, you have your extreme right. You have your extreme left Mormons, you have your extreme right. And I think she just maybe small-towned it too long or something. And freaking...
All right.
It's sad, but it's almost comical how stereotypical the whole thing is of just this family that looked like they have it all together, that everything's perfect, and then it's a total shit show. We try to let you know it's a shit show in advance, so that when anything comes out, you're like, oh yeah, we're not surprised. This is normal for them. They're fine. Their kids are pretty good. But anyway, I just wonder if there's any getting through to people like that are just
I
convinced
don't know.
that they're not in the wrong and that God wants it.
It's like narcissism, right? Like,
oh man,
for sure. Right?
I think it's
So
more
she
dangerous
said-
in a religion, like that, the narcissism and the spiritual bypassing stuff we talked about and all that. But
yeah, I think that's fair to say. So like, she even came out. Like I said, I don't follow. I don't know who she is. All of a sudden, she's just popping up everywhere, right?
Yeah.
But I did hear her like, blaming her kids for it.
yeah,
She like,
I saw some of that.
did
too.
you see that? And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
So if I hit you, it's your fault. That's
correct.
the way it goes.
Stuff like that.
I understand.
Like that's
This
when you're
is
like,
for
that's why I'm
your
saying
own
she's
good.
not in a place to take ownership for it. Period. That's at the end.
Yeah.
So, and yeah,
Apparently there's no bail. The judge isn't giving her any.
good. I think
really?
that moved over to, I think that she got, I thought I read today that she got moved over to the same judge as the other lady that she'd been the therapist.
Oh really?
So they combined so that they both had the same judge. I don't know what the benefit of that is. I don't know. But
It's probably a good thing. I don't know.
I have
Maybe
no
not.
idea.
Maybe it's a
I don't
bad
know.
thing.
But they're like, yeah, but still no.
Somebody that can
bail
see
or
all
anything.
of what's going on at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
If it's a good judge. I don't
Well, I
know.
mean,
That would be hard
I
to
would
be
think-
a judge.
yeah.
I wouldn't want that job, I don't think.
Well, it comes down to like the law. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me the facts.
Yep.
You tied your child up in the basement. Fact. You starved them, malnourished. This
One of their
child.
kids apparently slept on a
Fact.
beanbag for 8 months. Couldn't
Yeah.
sleep in his room. I think they took the doors off his room. And
Yeah. So like those are pretty hard facts. Well, I guess
a little extremism.
I don't know. Maybe.
I would have rather just been hit as a kid. Just hit me.
Yeah.
Hit
No
me,
doubt.
and let's move on.
Yeah. But like probably when you look at their Instagram, they're all like well dressed and mannered.
They seem like good kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
I
they
don't
are
know
doing
either.
something right.
Oh my gosh.
Too soon?
Yes. Too soon.
Whatever.
Anyway, well, parenting, this thing, it's rough some days. It's actually really fun. Like I had so much fun yesterday.
I know you did.
I loved
soak
it.
up.
I loved every second of it. Just like letting him come. I did her hair, which do not discredit the power of the school of YouTube because I had no idea. She showed me this picture. She's like, I want this on all. Excuse me? And you want me to do this? Like.
And did you?
I did.
Holla. She looked really cute. Yeah. You crushed it.
They were all like, oh, it looks so perfect. I mean, they were probably just like stroking my ego a little bit, but I was like, actually, like, I'm not too mad about how it turned out.
You did great.
Thank you.
Good job, bud. Good job.
A little slap on the back.
That's right.
Good job, buddy.
Good job, bud.
Anyway, but it was fun. It was fun to be there with them. And
I have one more share.
Oh, no. Buckle up.
You've heard this about 10 times this week.
You had a little smirk on you.
Yes.
What happened?
I need to get more details on
What
this.
did I do?
You didn't do anything.
Oh, good.
It just makes a lot of sense. And you seem to agree. So we're on the same page here.
Okay, let's see.
I have a friend who went to, I wish I could remember the guy's classes. It's marriage classes, and this lady was teaching. It's the guy's business, but he has other people that teach it, and apparently it's a really good class. If I can get the name, I'll share it later.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. I don't know that
the
I
lady
agree
teaching the
with
class. It kind of makes sense.
Okay, go.
Hear me out here.
Okay, go.
And I could be saying this wrong, but you're going to get the idea here. For every
the
child
gist that was
you
relayed
have,
to you
yes,
says.
Yeah. Should I call him and ask him on the phone? Tell him he's on our podcast?
No. You can call and ask him, and then we can take this part out.
The lady teaching the class said, and her marriage is great, and so it's like a once-a-week class, and she said that for every child you have in your marriage becomes 20% less, and I don't know if it's happy or fulfilled, or because without kids, you have 100% of each other all the time.
Yeah.
So there's just...
distance.
Kids require more of you.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, well, that kind of makes sense. But then I asked him, I said, where does the fulfillment come then? Like, why get married? And he's like, well, it comes in family. And
yeah,
I think a lot of it, it's all temporary, right? Like everything now, we're out of diapers now, so that's done. Kids are getting better at buckling themselves in the car. That last one is getting so close.
She's like,
but I don't
right
want her
there.
to grow up. She's so cute. She's like, Dad, am I as big as Maddie and Mom yet? And I go, no, you're my little girl. And she goes, but what am I going to be after 4? She knows. And I go, 5. Oh, yes. I can't wait to be 5. And I said, yes, you can. Just stay 4. We're good, dude. Hey, we're good. Let's hang out here. This is a fun place.
Yeah.
And it's so cute. And so having Maddie grow up, I will say, it's helped me to just soak up a little bit better. And I tried to do it with the other ones too, but it's
you
really
did a pretty good job. I feel like you did a good job.
Thanks. When I was around, and
yeah.
But I just have really tried to really just soak this last couple
which sometimes puts a hinder between that 20%. Her 20% is going to like 30 because you don't ever want her to go to bed.
We're at 10% fulfillment in our marriage. And you know what? We're still here. We're still working through it. And you hope to just kind of manage this till they're 18 and can kind of be self-sufficient. And then our job, right now I'm learning that I feel like it's just like we're going on a date today because we couldn't do it throughout the week. And just making time for each other, communicating, staying close so that when they're gone, we have something. And it's not like, oh, how you doing, bud?
Right.
How you doing over there, buddy?
My roommate for the last 20 years.
Are we together still? And it's not hard to see how people drift,
For sure.
And it really is work. But I think a lot of that fulfillment, kind of like what Jordan Peterson says, is women that are single later in life, and I think and men, as if you don't have those kids later in life, it can get lonelier, and you kind of go, what have I been doing the last 20 years? I could have had a kid and someone else to do this life with, and a partner and all that stuff, And the world wants to kind of make us think that now I'm sounding really Mormon here, but like relationships don't matter, and just go be you and do whatever you want. And there is so much to that, but also there's fulfillment in, I think we're built to have relationships. We're built to, that's where we can find joy in, at least most of us.
I think the balance of all of the relationships is important too. Like even for me with you, it was, because one point of contention that we were having, or a problem that we were having, is that like we didn't have our time in the day. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to make sure that I'm having my time with the children during the day so that I am feeling like I can still have that relationship with them, that I still want to make sure I'm giving them,
90% of our marriage.
No. I'm just saying I want to have a relationship with these children, but I also want to have a relationship with you.
Well, thank you.
And so to me, I'm like, how do I find that balance? Well, you're gone this like a good chunk of the day. So, I mean, granted they're at school, some of it too, but I need to make sure that the time that they're home and you're not, I get to have like my one-on-one time with them and make sure that that's the time that we're doing that. And then that way, come 9:00 or whatever, I can say, okay, everybody, it's time for bed. And that's my time with Dad. But also like, because it's not too crazy late, but we can still at least have some sort of adult conversation and be just us for a minute too. Right.
Yeah.
Because up until bedtime,
it's chaos.
It's chaos. And I mean, I don't even want to call it chaos. It's more
and
like
dinner helps.
There's
and
lots
things
of
we
stuff.
Try to do. Yeah.
There's lots of stuff going. There's lots of wheels going, and so you just have to be intentional about the time, and literally, like, exact time. When I'm saying time, I mean like the actual time of the day.
El tiempo.
That one.
That means the time.
That seems right. Anyway.
Yeah. No, it's.
And I think it seemed to help when
yeah.
we were like, Kate, I love you. You don't have to go to bed, especially the older ones, because I'm always like, well, it's not their bedtime yet. Oh, what do we do?
Closing time.
So, but we're like, okay, it's not your bedtime, but it's ours. So, love you.
Buenas noches, pendejitos.
See you in the morning. Not that.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Who's
Not
texting
that.
you right now?
Ben.
Oh, you distracted?
I did get distracted. It lit up.
Stop it.
Stop.
No, that's cool. I get it. Yep. Make time. And if you don't want to, maybe work on it.
If you don't want to.
Or don't want to make time for your spouse.
Oh. Yeah, you should probably
Unless
work
they're
on
shitty,
it.
then maybe figure that out too.
Well.
Or you're shitty. Are you shitty?
Is
Not
it
you. It's a general question to the public eye.
Is the problem with you? I find that's probably the case.
Now I feel like you're
myself.
directing that at me. Oh, I got you.
No.
I'm just
Remember?
kidding.
Remember?
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
But it's really you.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
Like that's what I meant.
Basically what we're trying to tell you here is don't have kids, don't get married, go do what you want, be happy in life. The problem isn't the kids or the wife. It's the kids and the wife.
It's
it's
a
all
double
a
duty.
problem.
Oh
boy.
Oh,
Good thing I
you
drank
scared the
that.
crap out of me.
My cup fell over, but it's empty. My cup hath been empty for a moment or two.
Anyway.
But it does runneth over.
Live your
just so we're clear.
Time is long and short. Like the day. What is it? Somebody's told me that. The days are long, but the years are short or something.
Yeah.
And
the weeks are short.
It's true.
The months are short. Sometimes they're really long.
Yeah. But the days seem long because there's a lot. There's a lot packed in.
The weeks are short, the days are long. The years are
anyway.
short. We already what? It's the 10th today?
We're just doing our best, babe.
You were doing so good.
Am I?
Yep.
Thanks.
Good job.
That was a test.
Yeah.
Thanks. You're doing great too.
You too.
Thanks.
You good?
I love you.
Love you most.